plug in to this port, and then plug the other side right in to here. And there we go. Now our camera should have power over Ethernet. So today's video is a new security camera, but this one is a tiny bit different than the normal security cameras that I work with. Special thanks to our friends over at ANNKE, who was nice enough to send us their C500 3K resolution PoE security camera. Yes, this is a dome camera that can be powered by power over Ethernet if you have a PoE switch. So of course, we're gonna get on the overhead rig, we'll unbox this little C500 PoE camera, and then I'll go through the setup process and even show you some audio and video clips directly from this PoE camera from ANNKE. So click like, click subscribe, and let's check out the ANNKE C500 3K PoE camera. All right, ANNKE created for security. The front, the top just has their little sticker, the ANNKE C500 3K PoE, and it supports up to a 256 gigabyte SD card, which that's a lot. You can get, I mean, that'd be probably 2 months of recording. Maybe not at 3K, but it'd be a good bit of recording. This is just the side, the same little information, model number, the i51DS, just their logo on the back, nothing on this side or the bottom. So let's open this on up, take a look at it. What all do we have? Look at that, they included a network cable. That's so generous of them. So this is an included network cable to use for PoE. You've got a very nice, whoa. That's a user's manual. I like it. Very, very nice. So let's set that aside. This looks like our mount. So you would screw this into the ceiling, and then the camera would pop onto here. There's even a little drill template, so you could put this up to know where to put your holes and anchors. A user's manual here. Nice 24-hour video surveillance sticker. Those are great to me. And then this looks like a little Allen wrench. Must be used to get into the camera in some kind of way, and they include that so you have one. Then underneath this nice thick foam is the screws for mounting your plate. And then of course, these little connectors are for the Ethernet cable, keeps them a little waterproof. And then lastly, it's it for in the box, the actual PoE camera. Look at that. Put that out of there. So it does have the option for a normal little power cable. Granted, it does not include that, but we would be using this PoE side, so we shouldn't need that. And really, there's not a lot to show you. Like I mentioned, this would mount to the wall with the 3 screws and then just kind of twist into here like so. Looks like underneath here is your reset button and your micro SD card slot. So that's what this is for. And then this is your actual camera lens. This will work with a DVR as well as independently, and mounted correctly, this side would be up. That's why it says up right there. Very nice camera. It feels good in the hand, does not feel cheap at all. This is like not plastic. The casing here for it is plastic, but whatever the actual camera is made out of is not plastic, and that's your camera lens there. So we're gonna need to get a couple of things out here. We're gonna need to get my PoE switch out, and then I should be able to give this device power as well as a connection to the internet. So let's clear off the table, set up our PoE switch, and show you how this works. Before we get too far, I am going to remove these 2 screws so that I can take out this plate to put a memory card in here. So, ports up to 256 gig. This is just a 64 gig, but it's what I have to put in here currently. So we'll just slide this down in here. Luckily I have a little reset pin to be able to push it in. There we go. Memory card's inserted, and I don't think we'll need that reset button, so I'm going to go ahead and just loosely retighten this. That way it's all together. Now I am using a Tenda 5-port PoE switch. So you can see here, port number 5 is not PoE, but ports 1 through 4 is PoE. So I'm going to plug my main cable that's going to connect this switch to the internet in port 5, and then we'll end up plugging the camera into port 1, and that should give this camera power through this switch. You have to have a PoE switch like this one. I will include one linked down below in my description, so you can buy a PoE switch if you don't have have one. They make them in 5, 8, 16, 24, 48 ports, whatever you need. So we have our PoE switch with power. You can see our link lights on our PoE switch in port 5. Now we'll run the included cable from port 1 to power this camera. So take this cable, plug it in to this port, and then plug the other side right in to here. And there we go. Now our camera should have power over Ethernet. You can even see, well, you could for a second, you could see the red light there. So we'll leave this all as it is. And then we'll download the ANNKE Vision app, make us an account, and then we'll go through the setup process with the app and the camera. As I mentioned, you can connect this to a DVR, so that is an option as well. We're just going to use the app though with PoE. See all of our little lights there. So our PoE looks to be good. And I even just got a notification from Google Home that another device has joined. So this must already be on the network. And so after just putting in my email address and verifying it with a code, I'm in the app. We actually can click add device, but I also have you have one new device. So since my phone is on the same network as this router, I should be able to just select this. It sees right there that this device, it's inactive. We'll go ahead and select it. Do you want to activate it? Activate, and then we'll put us in an admin password to access this camera. And there we are. So we'll add it to the ANNKE Vision server, and it's a wired camera. It's already connected. We'll click next, and there we go. That is so easy. Just put in that password I just made as the admin password, and now it is connecting it into the app. Linking and completed. That was so smooth. We'll give it a name, ANNKE PoE, save. Microphone, you always want that on. And there we go. There's our camera. So if we click here, we should get a picture, and there it is. Look at that. So can see me. There we go. Nice. Now, hold on, so this is essentially the app. Looks like we have a photo button right there, which will take a photo. There's even a video button here that records a video, and this is your audio button. You can click these 3 buttons in the top to get into your settings, where you can enable the time zone, linked cameras, turn on and off the microphone, add the encryption, delete the device, and more. And a lot of these settings here are more for if you had more than one camera. So, you know, you could be viewing 4 or 9 or 12 or 16 cameras at once on your phone, which is pretty amazing. So let's try to do an audio video clip here, see if this works. This is a daytime audio video test on the ANNKE PoE camera. And so I should be able to click that button. There we go. Now this basic is where you change it to HD. So I'm going to switch that to HD. And actually I'm going to re-record that. Let me try that one more time. This is a daytime audio video test on the ANNKE PoE camera. And so we'll stop that. Looks like it's saved there. So very nice. You can click this button to full screen it, and then you get all of your little icons right along the bottom here. So very nice camera, very easy setup with PoE, of course. And then let's also have a nighttime audio video clip right here. And this is a nighttime audio video test on the ANNKE PoE camera. All right, and so that'll do it for this ANNKE C500 PoE camera. Absolutely loved how easy the setup was with this PoE switch. Worked instantly. As soon as I launched the app, since I was on the same Wi-Fi network, it knew exactly what I wanted to do, so you can't beat that. Now this camera does not have a speaker. It's more for recording. It will, of course, record the audio of anything going on. You just can't talk to somebody like a lot of other cameras. But it's great that this one's PoE. It's great that it adds to either a DVR or individually into the app. And I mean, to be able to view 16 cameras at once in the app is pretty amazing. So 2 big thumbs up to my friends over at ANNKE. Thanks again to them for sending me this PoE camera so I could unbox it and show you exactly how the setup process works, as well as some audio and video from the camera. So I'll of course have one of these linked down below in my description if you'd like to grab one for yourself. That should do it for today's video. Click like, click subscribe. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Deuces.